welcome back, and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. This is All the Ladies, where we do affordable fashion, cruelty-free beauty, and some product reviews. Right, ladies, today or this week we are doing a W7 makeup review. They've kindly sent me their latest arrivals, their new arrivals, so I'm going to be sticking it all on my face today, so hopefully you'll enjoy that one. But before we crack on, there's a few things that I need to tell you about. So All the Ladies is now on TikTok. I ventured to the dark side and I'm actually really enjoying it. So if you are on TikTok, or if you're thinking about joining TikTok, then come and say hello, come and follow me over there, because I'm adding lots and lots of extra videos and lots of extra content, including, and this moves nicely on to the next point, I am doing a huge giveaway, and it is everything that was gifted to me from my E5P influencer event, and I'm popping it all in a Wow Girls bag, and one lucky winner, I was going to say lady, but whoever's watching, anyone can enter. If you have not yet subscribed, make sure you whack down on that subscribe button now. That's the first thing to do, and then just watch out over the next couple of days for a little video. It'll only be a short one, just showing you the products and telling you how to enter the giveaway. Anyway, I put all of that on my TikTok, which I will also put here on YouTube. God, it gets very complicated, this social media stuff. And then last but not least, no, actually no, not last but not least, we've got an Apricot Clothing next week. We have got the new Louise Redknapp edit coming out the following Friday, which I cannot wait to see. And also, and this is new, this is big news actually, you've probably heard me mention Cruelty Free Kitty to you in the past. It is a company that I go to check whether products are truly cruelty free. They used to just do that, but then they started selling products that they recommend, brands that they recommend, that they want to push as cruelty free brands. Now they've just launched their subscription box, the Better Beauty Box. The products in here are worth so much more than any of the other subscription boxes that are out there, i.e. Glossy Box, look fantastic, Birch Box. I've had them all, I've tried them all. I've already had a sneaky peek in here, and I can tell you the products, the packaging, everything is just on another level. So I will be popping a video out about this subscription box and about Cruelty Free Kitty in the next couple of days as well. Right, ladies, I don't think there's anything else to tell you. There's a lot going on, by the way, at the moment, but it's all exciting stuff, and there's lots and lots of stuff to come, so that is great. But I've been talking about the W7 review for a few weeks, and today's the day. As you know, I am a massive fan of W7. I think they are one of the best, if not the best, budget makeup brands on the UK high street. Not only that, but they are cruelty free. They've always been cruelty free, actually. Right, this is the box. This is a wow box. Hang on, that's mine anyway. I've also brought up to the studio all of my favourite W7 products that I would highly recommend. So I'm going to be using a lot of the new products and mixing it up with some of my highly recommended W7 products as well. But honestly, I've been wanting to get my hands on this bronzer for so long, and the new blushes are just ridiculous. Tinted balms, incredible lipsticks as well, and the Charlotte Tilbury dupes. Absolute box of heaven to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to take my makeup off, I'm going to cleanse, tone, moisturise, do all that fandangle, and we're going to pile as much of that stuff on my face as possible. If there's anything throughout this haul that you do love, I will link everything down below for you. If I do have a discount code between me filming this now and you watching it, then it will also be linked in the description box. I'm really hoping that they can get you a little discount code, because that makes all the difference. Righty ho, sir, I am completely fresh. I have had a breakout. I don't know about you, I didn't get spots in my teens, my 20s, my 30s. Suddenly, now I've hit 40s, I'm getting outbreaks on my chin. In the whole great scheme of things, it's not that important, but it's just, yeah, it's just one of those things that's happening to my body at the moment. Right, we are going to start with moisturiser, and actually I don't have any W7 moisturiser, but I'm going to be using my Nip Fab, which I just love because it has an SPF of 30. Now, I got this in a collaboration about a year ago, and I've still got loads left. Admittedly, I don't wear it every day, but it is one of my favourite ones. It's great because you can pump it and then you swipe. Very nifty. I've never been one for, you know, SPF. I mean, when I go on holiday, obviously wear sunscreen, but you don't really think about it. Well, I certainly have never thought about putting an SPF on my skin just for the English weather. Even when it's not sunny, per se, an SPF is really, really important. So I am on that bandwagon bandwagon. Trini, I'm hearing you. So that is my moisturiser done. I do have a primer from many moons ago from W7. I don't even know if they still do it. It's called Prime and Glow. It's very rare that you see a solid primer, which I quite like the idea of. It's quite a retro idea. I would probably just go in with my fingers. It's amazing. It does actually smooth the skin. So, I mean, maybe I should use this on a more regular basis. I'm just digging it out. It's not that I disagree with primers. I just find them a little bit unnecessary. When primer first became a thing, I just thought, oh, is this just another gimmick? Something else to buy, something else to try out. But I get it. I get it. You know, it feels smooth. It kind of does probably allow the foundation to sit better on the skin, but you kind of think, is it that necessary? Probably not. But anyway, that is a very nice feeling primer on the skin. I can't compare it to anything else because I'm not a primer girl. Right, foundations. I went a little bit overboard, actually. But why do you think I went overboard? Because you just don't know what you're going to get. Very difficult to buy foundations online. Really, it's an absolute minefield. So I picked up 4 foundations in all of these shades. My gosh, when I hold it like that, you can really see a difference. The lightest shade I got is in sand beige. The second lightest I got is in soft tan. Then I got it in a butterscotch. And then I got it in a toffee. I wish. There we go. Those are the 4 shades that I got. Hopefully, one of those will be right. And if not, I might mix a couple of them just to make it the perfect foundation. That's in sand beige. That's in soft tan. Still got a reddy undertone, hasn't it? This is in butterscotch. Now, I can tell you this has a yellowy undertone. So you can see there. You can see the yellow undertone. I'm trying to get the right light for you. That is toffee. So we know that I'm not going to be toffee. Sugar plum fairies. What a mess. Right, so that is in toffee. So we've got toffee, butterscotch, soft tan, and sand beige. I think, quite frankly, if I'm going to go for the yellower undertones, I'm going to go for the sand beige and the butterscotch and give it a bit of a mix. That's my prediction. Right, I'm actually going to go in with my new Wow foundation brush. If you are following me on Instagram, now TikTok, as I said earlier, I got a load of goodies at an influencer event last week and I am giving them away to you guys. This one I'm keeping some bits. I'm not normally a small kabuki brush kind of girl. I normally use a big fat almost face body brush type thing to put my foundation on, but I'm not going to today. I'm going to try this out. Even if you don't win the competition, check out the beauty products from Wow on the E5P website. I can get you 50% off with Wow ATL. Make sure you use that before the 20th of March. If you're watching this past the 20th of March, it's still cheap, so make sure you do check that out. Let's go straight in with the butterscotch. Yep, already too dark. What we can do is do a little bit of a mix with the sand beige, and suddenly you have a good colour. Right, so that is what I'm going to do all over. You've just got to keep the faith. I mean, look, I've just put both of the colours on the end of my brush. What can go wrong? That's what I'm thinking. But if it does, you just go back in. It's just a shade at the end of the day. There you go. Certainly didn't need as much as I put on initially. So it obviously goes quite a long way. It does have some form of sheen at the top. You can see that on my forehead. It feels really nice on the skin. I am really happy with that base. It seems to go on really nicely. It's got a nice finish. I think we've got a pretty good colour there. Don't forget sometimes just to bring it down onto the neck area. So there you go, ladies. I'm really happy with that coverage. Yes, we're a little bit yellow at the moment. We are going to tone that down with a little bit of concealer. But listen, that is the foundation in W7 Legend. This is supposed to be the dupe for the Estee Lauder Double Wear, I believe. And before I became cruelty free, I did actually use that. It has got a very similar consistency to it. Right, let's move on to concealer. Now, this packaging is just to die for. It is a light diffusing concealer, and I think they're kind of going down the Touche Éclat route with this. Let's see what this concealer can do. That is the nib. So yeah, we are very Touche Éclat here. And I'm assuming it's a bit of a twist and go. What shade did we go in this? Nudie. Would it help if I did that? Oh, sugar plums. Nice. Okay, already that is a good colour for me. I don't know if you can see in this light, but it is a slightly peachy undertone, which is what I like for under my eyes. It just seems to really brighten it. This is my forever faithful under eye brush. It just is very, very dense and extremely soft. It's my Real Techniques 421. I always use this. So, right, can we just take a moment here? I don't want to say it. I've got to be sure before I say it. It is absolutely amazing. From how it looks on my skin and how it is reflecting the light, and it's not creasing at all. Even when I scrunch up my eyes, that is not creasing. Wow, wow, wow. I will do the other side now. It's bizarre because when I put it on, it is a very, very, very thin liquid. And I thought, well, this isn't really going to cover. Can you see how it's just lifting the eyes? And it's very, very natural. I'm just going to try that in other places, maybe down here. I don't even know what to do with that because I think that requires cement. A little bit on the chin. It just melts into the skin. I mean, it doesn't require much working. If you are new here, I like to dib, dab and pat. For me, it's the best technique when it comes to foundation or concealer, most things really. I'm actually tempted to do a little bit more under the eyes. It's almost like magic. This is just such a nice concealer. I can't explain how nice this concealer is. I am not normally a powderer, but I think let's do that for this set because I also do want to mention my Set It Up powder. And I know in every other makeup review that I do, I rave about this powder. It is their finishing powder, so it is definitely something that you can set under the eyes as well. It's so finely, finely milled. And when it comes to your finishing powder, you are better to go for a translucent, in my humble, because then it just blends into the foundation that you've got. So you can use the same stuff through the summer, through the winter. It doesn't matter if your foundation shade changes. I just use the small amount that's kind of in the lid. Bit on the chin, definitely on that spot area. We don't want that to be pumping out at us. If you go overboard with a powder, you're just going to accentuate your fine lines. Base is done. B to the A to the S to the E. This is their Browsome. Hopefully you can see that. So this is what I use anyway every single day. It's basically a coloured brow gel, and I think they do like 3-4 different colours in this. I'll link all the prices of the products on the screen because I can't remember at the top of my head and do a makeover. I got this in a medium brown. Oh look, and it's got an actual slanty hanty. Oh my giddy bum cheeks. I'm sure that this didn't come with it when I last bought it. If you pull it out, it's on a spoolie like that. What you do is just take a little bit of the product, make sure it's just, you know, nicely saturated. Also give a little bit of a brush through, and I just brush it through. I mean, already you can see that's just come off beautifully. See that line there? That's just created from this little brush. Why have I never bought one this small before? Just means you can go around the corners, you know? I'm going to go back in with that. This pigment is really, really good. FYI, this will last you a lifetime. The one I've got downstairs, I'm nowhere near to finishing. There you go, then just give it a little bit of a brush through. You can see the difference, it's more defined, the colour's great. This is amazing, and I would highly recommend this brow gel. Right, I'm going to go and do the other side. They're sisters, not twins, Emily. That's brilliant. I mean, I knew that was brilliant anyway because that is the stuff I use downstairs. The fact that it comes with this brush as well is brilliant. I mean, firstly I thought it was just that, but the fact that you've got the slanted brow brush at the end, that makes all the difference. I've been wanting to get my hands on this bronzer for a long, long time. Normally I get all of my W7 products from B&M or The Range, but they've never ever done the full bronzer range in the Honolulu. Now, my favourite up till this point is this Honolulu, but then I saw they did other shades, and this is a slightly yellower undertone bronzer. So, oh my god, I'm actually very, very excited. So this is the colour of my bronzer that I use, and then this one is the Honolulu Sunlight. That has definitely a yellow undertone compared to that one. My gosh, it's completely different. That is a very reddy, tanny bronze, and that is probably more of a, oh, I don't know. Will you even be able to see it on my face? Who knows? Right, let's give it a go. I'm not going to use the brush that they give you, but I am going to show you it. Again, the Benefit bronzer brushes look just like this with a little bit of a pink on the top. It is gorgeous, don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't want to use it. I'm going to use my own brush. Let's give this a little go. that is subtle. I think because it's a lot lighter, I can just build it as well. On top of the foundation, it's kind of fighting to be shown, isn't it? But some people might like this. You might like just more of a subtle bronze. That is a-okay. We've got rain, we've got sun, sheep farmers going mad out there. You just can't predict the working conditions, you know what I mean? That is subtle, it's pretty, it's cheap. It's absolutely a dupe for the Benefit bronzers. But I've also got another bronzer here, and it is in the Bronze Fever Golden Glow Compact. Now, I'm not being funny, but this could double up as an eyeshadow. OM to the jizzle. Look at that. Is glow if ever I've seen glow. But you know what, we're here to try it, so let's give it a go. Again, I'm going to go in with the same brush, and hopefully this might add a little bit more va-va-vum. Tell you what, you've really got to work these products in. Actually, I don't mind that because I like the blending, I like the brushing, like an art class. Now, we have neglected the nose a little. Pop a little bit on the top of the nose. Do you know what, ladies? I think that's really, really nice, natural bronze. I mean, obviously I've packed on that and the Honolulu Sunlight. This is what's giving it the slight sheen, and this was just a really, really nice base. Like I said, this one would be much better as an everyday bronzer without foundation. Just sweep on a little bit of colour, a bit of health. But there we go. So that is your bronze. I'm really, really chuffed with that. Talking of bronze, actually, they do a cacophony of bronzers. They've got this bad boy, which I got in my Cherries haul. I actually don't use this one. I find it a little bit ashy. Their other amazing bronzer is the Shimmer Block, which is so similar to Body Shop's bronzer block. Do you remember those? I mean, God knows how much they are these days, but I think this one comes in at like $3.99. Body Shop are so expensive at the moment. It's such a shame because they're just not encouraging, you know, new fresh customers. Anyway, that's another topic. And then this. Now, if you are a much paler skin tone to me naturally, this would work incredibly well as a bronzer. We've seen quite a lot of high-end brands bringing out these bronzer creams. This is absolutely amazing, but what it is for me, it's the same color as my skin, so it doesn't work as a bronzer. Sometimes I use this just as a little bit of a, almost like a tinted moisturizer type thing, but this stuff is amazing. They only do it in one shade, which is ridiculous. Come on, W7, you can do this in more shades, but if you are a paler skin tone to me, this would work perfectly as a bronzer. So all in all, they are good for bronzing products. Let's have some cheek action. These are their blushes, same packaging as the bronzers, and they have a multitude of colors and smells. Right, this one is in Peachy Beach, and this one is in Strawberry Street. I've got to be honest, I think the packaging is just so cute. Right, let's open up the Peachy one first. Again, another lovely little brush, and it is lovely. I just don't use them. O to the M to the G. That is absolutely beautiful. So I was imagining it to be a bright orange, but it isn't. It's more subtle beigey coral. I like that. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. Let's open the Strawberry Street. OM. Look how beautiful they are. So they're quite subtle. They're not pink, but the undertones are perfect. Here's your Peachy Beach. Here's your Strawberry Street. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go peachy on this, strawberry on this, and then I'll level them out, but at least you get to see what's going on here. Right, we're going in for Peachy Beach. So that is super subtle. That is Peachy Beach, and this is Strawberry Street. Can you see a difference, ladies? Peachy Beach, Strawberry Street. I don't know which one I'd go for, but listen, you make up your mind. Right, I'm gonna have to even these bad boys out. This is the blusher that I use from W7. This is the Matte Me blush, and these colours, again, I mean, they're great at pigments. Isn't that a lovely colour? That is a blusher that I use quite regularly. That is already in my collection. Oh, I forgot. I did order an actual, what am I like? So I did order a concealer. I don't think I really want to go in over the top. What a nutter. Do you reckon I could try it? It does look nice. Okay, let's just give it a little go. This is called the Nice Touch by W7, and I got this in sand. I always find that sand tends to be the colour that I go for. I think it's because it has that yellow undertone. I know I'm doing this all higgledy-piggledy, but I did want to try out all the products. Hopefully it will sit okay. They're concealers are good. Again, an incredible formulation, super brightening as well. I'm not too sure how much that was, but I will pop it on the screen now. It's Nice Touch in Sand. Right, highlighter. GLOWCOMOTION! This is a fantastic highlighter. This has been on their website for a long time. This is actually mine. This is actually in my collection. And this has been likened to the Anastasia and another brand as well. I think it's had good reviews. There we go. As you can see, I do use it. That's it rubbed in and warmed into my skin, and as you can see, it is a natural highlighter. So let's go in with some of the GLOWCOMOTION. I'm going to go in with this little brush. Now again, this is by Wow. So I'm actually giving Wow brushes a run for their money today, and I'm just going to go in. Normally I go in with a really big brush all over the face for my highlighter, but I think what we're going to do is concentrate on the real high points and just see what it does. You're really just focusing on the areas that would naturally reflect the light, so the top of your cheekbones. So when you move, you kind of just see a little bit of a sheen there. And also I love having a little bit of sheen just on the top of the head. Makes you look like you've had Botox. Gives you a very nice tight forehead, which is what we all want, isn't it? Pretty much all I would want to do, otherwise you're gonna get super shiny. So that's your GLOWCOMOTION. That is still on the website. That has been on the website for years because it is a good product. People love it. Right, let's get some eyes done. Exciting. These are all W7 palettes that I've been buying over the years. This may have been on the website for a long time. I believe it probably has, but this is one of the ones that I do not own, so I did want to pick this one up. Wow, we've got purples, reds and neutrals. Okay, we're just gonna have a play with this and see what happens. I'm going to start off with the palest colour, and then you build the colour around that paler shade. So I'm going to probably go in with those two. Just taking the colour up to the crease. You don't need to go beyond that. There we go. So that is actually a very nice kind of base colour. It's kind of peachy. It's kind of peachy, ladies. You know I love my peach. And we're now going to build up in the crease line. So your crease line is basically where your lid kind of hooks over like that. That's actually a beautiful brown because it does have some warmth, but can you see how much it picks up? Make sure that you blow most of that off. There we go. So it should hopefully not drop onto the rest of my face. What you're doing is you're just placing product at the moment. It's all in the blending. I'm not coming onto the lid. I'm literally blending in that crease line. Whilst I'm doing this, I may as well tell you some bits. So Louise Redknapp is launching her new collection on Monday the 20th. You are going to be seeing her new collection next Friday. So very excited to see that. If you go in too heavy, you can always remove or blend. I'm really happy with that crease colour. It just gives a little bit of texture, a little bit of depth now to the eyes. Gobby or Gobi, which is orange. Do not be scared by orange, and I'll tell you why. It is the perfect transition colour between your crease and the base of your eyebrow. I will show you now. Literally just on the edge, you want to add that little bit of orangey warmth. It's very subtle, but it works. We've got more warmth on this eye than we have on that eye, and it's just because I've added a little bit above the crease colour. And there we have it. Do you know what? That trick works for any colour. If you were going in with purple eyes, brown eyes, green eyes, going in with an orange really kind of warms it up and gives it that depth of colour. That's what I think anyway. Right, now what we're going to do is bring a little bit of this shimmer in. Now what I'm going to do is go in the corner with a much lighter colour. I've got to say, the colour I want is not in this palette, so I'm going to reach for this palette. This is the Regal Romance, and there is a beautiful corner of the eye colour here. That's in the colour Sweet, so I'm just going to pop that in the inner corners just to kind of pop out a little bit of brightness. When you are using darker colours, daring colours around your eyes, you do really want to kind of open them back up again from the inside. Right, what we're going to do is bring the colour round the eye, just very subtly, giving it that kind of smoky eye effect. And we are going to go back in with, I believe, this one here, because I think that's beautiful. So like I always say, tap on the colour. Find a little smudging brush. Once you've applied the colour under the eye, any product that you've got left on your brush, bring it up. And you'll see here that I'm starting to create just a natural eye lift there. Then you can go in and blend. Lovely jubbly. Right, so I'm going to put that palette away and we are going to get out a mascara. Does this or does this not look like the Benefit Roller Lash, I believe it is? Packaging wise, it's a dupe. This is the only mascara I haven't tried from W7. I believe this is new in, as most of this stuff is. It's called More Lashes. It's a lengthening mascara and I believe this is in black. Blackest black. So that makes me super happy. Right, what type of... This makes me happy. It's not a natural bristle brush, which I don't like. It's also got a curved wand. Not too curved, not as curved as the Jones Road one from last week. Just gonna help you curl the lashes a little bit. It's making a huge difference. I wouldn't say it was blackest black. It's almost like a grey black. It definitely is buildable as well. That is really, really good. Oh, I love a microfiber brush. I can't tell you how much I prefer a microfiber brush to a natural bristle brush. That is my personal opinion and it works better for my wispy lashes. Right, I've gone back in after a couple of minutes on the other side and it is buildable. So I can tell you it doesn't dry up too quickly and the lashes remain quite flexible, which is good. Can't stand those mascaras that you put it on and they just go crispy and stiff and then they all clump together. Mascara is 100% buildable. It doesn't dry, it doesn't flake. It's not a black, it's more of a grey blue black, but I think that's kind of what they meant by that. I'm super impressed with that mascara. I think that's absolutely fabadoo. Now we have individual cluster lashes, which I'm going to try, but first things first, I should have probably done this before I put the mascara on. This is the eyeliner from the Oh So Sensitive range and I love an eyeliner, especially when they look like that. If you've seen one of my makeup reviews before, I don't sweep it on, I stamp it on, and these wands or these applicators are the best for doing that strange thing. So here goes. That went on beautifully. Right, there we go. I'm really impressed with that. That works brilliantly. My Eye Captain by W7 is also my favourite, so there's no reason why this wasn't going to be as good as that. So yeah, I'm super happy with that. Righty-hoo! Individual eyelash time. These are actually called individual cluster lashes, so you don't just put one on at a time. I mean, honestly, who has time to do that? But they are cluster lashes, so they've already kind of sectioned them into 3 sizes: short, medium and long, and you can create your own effect, but there they are. So you've got short, medium, long. Gotta be honest, I don't think the long will be required for me, but the short and the medium will. Even though it seems a lot fiddlier, this actually could be a perfect replacement for strip lashes for people who can't apply them properly, like myself. I'm gonna take a little pair of tweezers. That's it, so I just pulled that off. I'm gonna dab it in. That was easy. I don't know if you can see that, but that was pretty easy. Would you look at that? I haven't even gone in with a medium yet, so let's go in with a medium potentially on the outer edge. Right, well, I've put one on the outer edge, but I think we need to fill in that gap there. I'm really enjoying this process. Look at this. I'm just building up different clusters and you can just keep going, I'm guessing. I'm gonna go back in with another medium just to kind of fill this gap here. I'm pretty impressed with that. Not what I've done to it, but the idea of it. So in total, I've used 6 short and 8 medium. That is worth trying, especially if you do struggle with the strip lashes. I'm super impressed with that. Who would have thought it, eh? Creating your own lashes. Right, let's go on to lippies, because we like a bit of lip, don't we? I think I picked up 2. My God, they're huge. These are absolutely massive. I don't think I've ever seen such huge lip liners. Right, so I got them in Restricted and Moody. I have a feeling that, I don't know, those are the 2 different colours there. I got the most kind of natural beigey pinks as I could. Bear in mind, I have had my lips blushed since I ordered these. So let's give them both a go and see what they look like. I'm going to do Restricted first. And Moody. I'm going to go Restricted and not Moody. That actually came off extremely well. Because it's come off really well, it's possibly going to wear off pretty well and quickly, but it's a good colour. Let me just have a look at what lips we've got so I know what we're doing here. Let's go straight in and talk about these dupes for the Charlotte Tilbury. So packaging, pretty much identical to the Charlotte Tilbury, and the colours I believe they are also trying to copy. This is in First Date. So this is W7's First Date. I mean, it's incredible. They're doing these for what, £3-4? Are they going to be any different to the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks? I doubt very much. That is such a beautiful colour. Wow. I'll tell you what, these are very, very moisturising. I've got another one of these and now I remember it's almost like cream. You're putting cream on your lips. So that is in First Date. That is definitely going in my everyday bag. For a Charlotte Tilbury dupe, it's a good colour. Next thing I picked up was their tinted lip balms. They do them in various colours, but I don't think this actually says what it is. Anyway, I'll pop it on the screen. I mean, again, a very, very similar colour to the colour that I'm wearing. It's a lip balm because it is so moisturising, and look, it literally would just add a pop of colour to your lips. Wow, that smells insane. Anyway, that is the kind of colour that gives. I'm not sure what that shade is, but I know there's quite a few different shades on the website. Then I picked up their Velvet Luxe lipsticks. I think this is the only type of lipstick that they do that I haven't yet tried, and even though I don't wear red lipstick, I do like to try out a brand's red lipstick. So this is like what I would call the Chanel lipstick of the collection. This is in the colour Visionary. Right, let's have a look at this. It's just too much to handle. Look at that red. Wow. That is incredible. I'm going to try this because this is insane. There's a little W7 on the top. Can you see that? Wow. In search of a makeup wipe. As red lipsticks go, that is absolutely packing a punch. Yeah, I'm super impressed with that. Right, that is a full face of W7. It's still one of my favourite budget. I'm actually going to be completely straight with you. It is my favourite budget makeup brand. They are just awesome. Obviously, this is a lot of makeup, but it is just to show you kind of what they do. I do not go and pick up the children from school looking at this, for example. Right, if there's anything that you loved in this haul, I will link it down below. Don't forget the competition. I am giving away literally hundreds of wow makeup. I've popped it on my TikTok, I've popped it on my Instagram. So if you don't have either of those, you may not have heard, but it is a huge bag of goodies, and it was everything that I was given from the E5P influencer event. But I want one lucky lady to win that bag because it is a absolute treat. Anyway, right, I am going to love you and leave you. Have a fantastic weekend, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next Friday at 6 p.m. Take care. Bye.